In a tiny village, nestled far away from the hustle and bustle of the city, lived a man named Chan. He was a simple, kind-hearted soul, living a humble life in a small wooden house surrounded by vast green rice fields. His days were spent working hard, but he often felt a quiet loneliness in his solitary home. One afternoon, while gathering firewood deep in the forest, Chan heard a faint, sorrowful cry. Following the sound, he discovered a tiny, shivering kitten huddled inside a hollow tree. Its eyes were wide with fear, and it looked as though it hadn't eaten in days. Chan's heart went out to the little creature. He gently scooped it up, wrapped it in a piece of his cloth, and brought it back to his home. He named her Meili and shared his meager meal with her, vowing to protect and care for his new friend. But as the days turned into weeks, Chan discovered that Meili was no ordinary cat. One evening, as he lamented his struggles, a small voice replied, "Don't worry, Master Chan, I can help." Chan looked around, bewildered, only to see Meili looking up at him with intelligent, knowing eyes. She could talk. Meili, it turned out, was a magical cat. She offered Chan advice on his crops, pointing out the best times to plant and harvest. She showed him where to find the most fertile soil and how to protect his fields from pests. With Meili's magical guidance, Chan's fortunes began to change dramatically. His rice fields flourished, yielding harvests more abundant than he had ever dreamed of. He sold his rice at the market and soon earned enough to build a larger, more beautiful house. He was no longer the poor farmer everyone knew. He became a wealthy and respected man in the village. People sought his advice, and his name was synonymous with success. However, as Chan's wealth grew, a shadow fell over his heart. He became arrogant, believing his success was due solely to his own hard work and cleverness. He started to see Meili as just a cat, an animal that was now beneath his new, grand status. He would ignore her wise words and sometimes even push her away when she tried to curl up on his lap like she used to. The warmth and gratitude he once felt for his magical companion had turned cold. One day, in a fit of pride, he yelled at Meili, "I don't need you anymore. This is my house, and I earned all of this myself." He tried to chase her out, forgetting all the help she had given him. Meili's heart broke. She looked at the man she had helped so much, now blinded by his own vanity. With a sad glint in her magical eyes, she decided it was time to teach him a lesson he would never forget. In an instant, everything began to vanish. The luxurious furniture turned back into rough wood. The fine silks became coarse rags. His overflowing barns of rice emptied, and his grand house shrank back into the small, humble hut it once was. All of Chan's wealth and fortune disappeared right before his eyes, like a dream upon waking. Chan stood there, stunned and horrified. He fell to his knees as the full weight of his mistake crashed down upon him. He had been cruel, ungrateful, and had forgotten the very source of his good fortune. Tears streamed down his face as he turned to Meili, who was watching him with a look of profound sadness. "Meili, please forgive me," he cried, his voice trembling with regret. "I was a fool. I was arrogant and unkind. I promise, if you give me another chance, I will always be humble and grateful." Seeing the genuine remorse in his heart, Meili's expression softened. She had taught him her lesson. "Remember this feeling, Chan," she said softly. "Kindness and gratitude are the greatest treasures of all." With a final, gentle look, she turned and walked away, disappearing back into the forest from whence she came, her journey continuing, forever seeking out kind-hearted people who were truly in need of a little magic. And Chan, though poor once more, was richer in spirit, having learned that good deeds bring good fortune, and a grateful heart is the most valuable possession of all. Thank you so much for joining us for this story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tales that warm the heart and teach us valuable lessons. We'll see you next time.